Hey guys, I'm back again today now. It's been a little while since I've done some recordings, other than one I just did a couple of minutes ago. But it's gonna be a little weird because I'm not exactly used to doing these anymore. It's been a while, there's been a lot going on. So first off, this is a show called Asura Cryin, and it is an odd show to say the least. I'm not a big fan of mechas, and that's what this one was. But if the storyline seems good enough, if the synopsis pulls me in enough, I will give it a try and I'll see what it is, and if I like it, I'll continue it. So mechas for me are only meh. I don't really enjoy them all that much. But usually, as I said, I'll give them a try if the synopsis seems like it's gonna be good. So basically the whole way this is going is a whole bunch of our characters were in a plane crash, I believe 3 years ago. And because of that, one of them is now a ghost, and there are two other demons, and then there is our main guy. And basically what had happened is her soul, the ghost girl's soul, is inside of this big machine mech. But he doesn't know that until 3 years after the plane crash, when the show actually takes place. And it's basically, they were fighting. It's two sides fighting, and no one really understands why, because they don't explain it all that well, other than one's trying to take over the world and the other one's trying to not take over the world. I mean, the villain at the end is not exactly who you would expect it to be. I'm not gonna say, because that was a real piss off for me, and I don't really want to spoil it for anybody else, even though, well, it's kind of a piss off. Just so if you watch this, just know that it's not exactly a show that you want. You go into loving the characters. You go into this show loving the characters, and people die, and people are villains, and it's hurtful to your soul. So it's one of those shows. So basically there's this one character that does magic. There's bullets coming out of her arms, and she's like half robot herself. Like, her name's Shuri, and she's awesome. Like, she shoots bullets out of her arms, rocket launchers, and really weird, but I guess she's half mech herself, which is really cool, in my opinion. So basically, sacrifices. As I said, this girl's soul was sacrificed into this mech, so she's now considered a burial doll. And because of this, sorry, so the main girl's name is Misao. She has been sacrificed into a burial doll to save our main character's life. And because of this, her soul, every time he fights with this mech, is getting drained slowly little by little, slowly by slowly by slowly by slowly. I know that probably didn't make a lot of sense, but my words aren't working right now. Then there's this other cute little girl, Ayn, and oh my god, her fate hurts your soul. I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's a lot of betrayal in this show. I'm gonna stab you in the back, you're gonna stab him in the back, and it's just a big circle of backstabbing. Which, I guess, in this kind of show makes sense because you're using people as human sacrifices, which you're really not supposed to do in life. But I mean, there's multiple worlds that all get dragged into this, which is why everything is weird. So there's 2 seasons of this show. It's 26 episodes in total. The first season totally leans on the fact that there was going to be a second season. It doesn't really sum anything up. It's just kind of a piss-off ending. The second season, definitely, you get more action. You get more explanation of what's going on, why it's happening. And because of that, it makes it a much more well-rounded show than if it was just the first season or just the second season. So, as I said, the power is drawn from the burial doll's soul, which again hurts my soul because of it. It basically, you use their power too much, they disappear forever, never to be reincarnated. So I'm just gonna leave that one there and see who figures out from what I've said what happens to some of the characters. Overall, it's a rather happy ending. You wouldn't really expect it because of how dark this show gets really easily. I guess all is mostly well in this kind of show. It's a fairly quick watch. You can watch it in a couple of days or a couple hours if you have the time to sit there and watch it. It's definitely intriguing enough to keep you watching. I mean, I don't like mechas, and it's a big aspect of this show. and I sat through the whole thing and watched it in about a week with everything that was going on. So, I mean, it's one of those shows that I guess is enjoyable enough that you can get into it to watch it. And once you're in it, it kind of hooks you and you have to know what happens because you fall in love with the characters and you want to know their fate and what's going to happen to them. Anyway, so that's what I thought of Asura Cryin, guys.